Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're talking about something truly universal, something that touches every single one of us: mental well-being. You know, in a world that often feels like it's running at 1,000 miles per hour, taking care of our minds can sometimes feel like just another thing on that endless to-do list.
But here's the thing, and I really want to emphasize this. Prioritizing your mental health isn't selfish, it's essential. It's about recognizing that our mental well-being is just as important as our physical health. And the really amazing thing? There are actually some surprisingly simple everyday habits that can make a huge difference.
We are talking about scientifically proven strategies to unlock a happier, healthier you. And no, it doesn't involve expensive retreats or complicated life overhauls. We are going to explore 7 powerful keys to transforming your mental well-being, starting right now. So, whether you're a long-time subscriber or just stumbling upon our little corner of the internet for the first time, get ready to embark on a journey towards a happier, more fulfilling life. Let's do this. All right, let's kick things off with something so simple, so seemingly insignificant, that you might be wondering if I've lost my mind. No pun intended. We're talking about posture. Yes, you heard me right. How you hold yourself physically can directly impact your mental state. Now, I know what you're thinking. Charles, are you seriously suggesting that sitting up straight is the key to happiness? Well, not exactly. But it plays a much bigger role than you might think.
See, our minds and bodies aren't these separate entities. They're intricately connected, constantly talking to each other. Studies have actually shown that adopting an upright posture, even if you don't feel particularly confident or happy at that moment, can reduce feelings of fatigue and actually improve your mood. And this is especially true for those grappling with mild to moderate depression.
So, the next time you find yourself slumped over your keyboard, feeling the weight of the world on your shoulders, try this. Straighten your back, lift your chin, and take a deep breath. You might be surprised by the shift you feel, not just physically, but mentally as well.
I know. It sounds way too simple to be true, right? But think about it. We often talk about mind over matter in the context of physical feats like pushing through a tough workout. But the same principle applies to our emotions. When you physically embody a posture of confidence and strength, even if you're not feeling it internally, you're sending a powerful message to your brain. It's like tricking your mind into thinking, hey, if we're sitting up straight, we must be feeling pretty good.
And over time, this fake it till you make it approach can actually lead to genuine changes in your emotional state. It's a bit like priming the pump of positivity. By consciously adjusting your posture, you create a ripple effect that influences your thoughts and feelings. So, don't underestimate the power of simply sitting up straight. It's a small tweak with potentially big rewards for your mental well-being. Give it a try and see what you think. Okay, so we've tackled posture. Who knew standing tall could be such a mood booster? Now, let's talk about something a little more abstract, but equally powerful: the way we think. More specifically, the power of positive thinking.
Our brains have this annoying tendency called the negativity bias. It's like our minds are hardwired to focus on the negative, the bad stuff. While it was helpful for our ancestors, today it can really bring us down.
Think about it. How often do you dwell on a minor criticism while brushing off a compliment? Or fixate on one thing that went wrong in an otherwise great day? That's the negativity bias at work. It takes a conscious effort to counteract it. But we can train our brains to focus on the positive. It's like building a mental muscle. And the more we do it, the easier it becomes.
Positive thinking isn't about pretending everything is perfect. Life is messy and complicated, and difficult emotions are part of the human experience. It's about challenging negative thoughts and replacing them with positive, realistic ones. shifting your perspective from scarcity to abundance.
Imagine this. You wake up late, spill coffee on your shirt, and hit every red light on your way to work. A negativity spiral might have you thinking, this day is already the worst. But a more positive approach might be, okay, that was a rough start, but I'm grateful I have a job to go to, and I'm sure things will get better from here.
See the difference? It's not about denying the challenges. It's about choosing to focus on the good, even when it feels hard.
Okay, let's talk about nature for a second. And no, I don't mean just liking that one picture of a sunset on Instagram.
I'm talking about actually getting out there, feeling the grass between your toes, the wind in your hair. You know, the real deal.
There's something almost magical about being in nature. It's like hitting the reset button on your brain.
And the best part? You don't need a fancy retreat or an expensive vacation. Your local park, a nearby trail, even just stepping out into your backyard can do wonders.
Scientists have actually studied this, and it turns out that spending time in nature can lower your stress levels, improve your mood, and even boost your immune system. So it's not just some hippy-dippy thing, it's backed by science.
We spend so much time cooped up inside, staring at screens, that we forget the simple pleasures of the natural world. But trust me, your mental well-being will thank you for taking that walk in the park.
And hey, if you want to double down on the happiness, bring your furry friend along. That's right, I'm talking about our beloved pets. There's a reason why dogs are called man's best friend.
They're always happy to see you. They don't judge your taste in music, and they make even the most mundane walks an adventure.
But seriously, walking your dog isn't just good for them, it's good for you too. It gets you moving, it gets you outside, and it gives you some quality time with your four-legged companion.
Plus, let's be real, watching your dog frolic in the park is a surefire way to brighten even the gloomiest of days. It's like a free dose of serotonin, and who doesn't love that?
All right, let's get real for a second. When was the last time you gave someone a good, genuine hug? I'm not talking about those awkward side hugs we sometimes do. I'm talking about a full-on, heart-to-heart embrace.
You know, the kind of hug that makes you feel warm and fuzzy inside. It turns out there's a scientific reason for that. When we hug, our brains release a hormone called oxytocin, which is often called the cuddle hormone or the love hormone.
And oxytocin isn't just some feel-good chemical. It actually has some pretty amazing benefits. It can lower our stress levels, reduce anxiety, and even boost our immune systems. So basically, hugs are like tiny little doses of medicine.
We live in a world that's increasingly digital, where we're often more connected to our phones than we are to each other. But physical touch, like hugging, is a fundamental human need.
Think about it. When you're feeling down, what's the first thing you want to do? Curl up with a loved one, right? We crave that physical touch, that sense of connection, especially during tough times.
And it's not just about romantic relationships either. Hugs from friends, family members, even our furry companions can have a positive impact on our mental well-being.
So, the next time you see a friend who's feeling down, give them a hug. Or if you're feeling stressed, ask a loved one for a hug. You might be surprised at how much of a difference it can make.
Remember, physical touch is a powerful thing. It has the ability to comfort, to heal, and to remind us that we're not alone. So, go ahead, spread the love, one hug at a time.
Let's be honest, folks, pets are awesome. They're cute, cuddly, and they always seem to know when we need a good snuggle.
Did you know that our furry, feathered, or even scaled friends can have a profound impact on our mental health? It's true. Spending time with pets can lower our stress levels, reduce anxiety, and even alleviate symptoms of depression.
They're like little furry therapists, always there to lend a listening ear, or at least a wagging tail.
Now, I know what you might be thinking. John, are you seriously telling me that my goldfish is the key to unlocking a happier mind? And hey, maybe your goldfish isn't dishing out life advice, but the simple act of caring for another living being can be incredibly therapeutic.
Whether it's walking your dog, playing fetch with your cat, or simply watching your fish swim around its tank, interacting with animals can bring a sense of calm and purpose to our lives. They remind us to slow down, to be present in the moment, and to appreciate the simple joys in life.
And let's not forget about the unconditional love. Our pets don't judge us for our bad days, our messy hair, or our questionable karaoke skills. They love us for who we are, flaws and all.
And that kind of unwavering acceptance can be incredibly powerful, especially in a world that often feels judgmental and demanding. But it goes beyond just emotional support. Interacting with pets has been shown to release oxytocin, that magical cuddle hormone we talked about earlier, which can further reduce stress and promote feelings of well-being.
So, basically, petting your dog is like giving yourself a mini therapy session. So, the next time you're feeling down, take some time to connect with your furry, feathered, or scaled companion. Give them a scratch behind the ears, whisper your worries into their fur, or just sit back and enjoy their company.
You might be surprised at how much lighter you feel. Remember, sometimes the simplest things in life, like the love of a pet, can make the biggest difference.
Okay, let's talk about exercise. I know. Sometimes the last thing you want to do when you're feeling down is pull on your running shoes or hit the gym. But trust me on this one.
There's a reason why exercise is often called a miracle drug, because it really kind of is. You see, when we exercise, our brains get flooded with these amazing chemicals called endorphins. And endorphins, well, they're basically like little ninjas of happiness, swooping in to combat stress, banish anxiety, and leave you feeling like you can conquer the world.
And the best part is, you don't need to become a marathon runner or a weightlifting champion to reap these benefits. Even short bursts of activity, like a brisk walk around the block or a quick dance party in your living room, can make a world of difference. So, get moving, folks. Your brain will thank you for it.
Now, I get it. Finding the motivation to exercise can be tough. But here's the thing. Exercise doesn't have to mean endless hours on a treadmill or lifting weights till you drop.
It's all about finding what brings you joy, what makes you feel alive. Maybe it's dancing like nobody's watching, or maybe it's hiking through nature, breathing in the fresh air. Maybe it's joining a local sports team, or maybe it's just 10 minutes of yoga in your pajamas before you start your day.
The point is, there's no one-size-fits-all approach to exercise. It's about finding what works for you, what makes you feel good, both physically and mentally. And who knows, you might even surprise yourself and discover a hidden passion along the way. So get out there, explore and find your movement mojo.
All right, let's talk about sleep, or rather, the lack of it.
We live in a society that glorifies busyness, that wears sleep deprivation like a badge of honor. But here's the truth. Consistently skimping on sleep is like running your phone on low battery mode all the time. Eventually, things are going to start to go haywire. And I'm not just talking about feeling tired and groggy, although that's definitely a thing. I'm talking about the real, tangible impact sleep deprivation has on our mental health.
When we don't get enough sleep, our emotions become harder to regulate. Our stress levels skyrocket, and our ability to focus and think clearly takes a nosedive. It's like our brains are trying to function on fumes. And let me tell you, it's not pretty. So, why do we do this to ourselves? Why do we sacrifice this fundamental pillar of health for the sake of, well, just about anything and everything?
Well, I think it's time we reclaim sleep. It's time we stop viewing it as a luxury and start recognizing it for what it truly is, a non-negotiable necessity for a healthy mind and body. Just like we prioritize eating nutritious food and exercising regularly, we need to prioritize getting those solid 7 to 8 hours of sleep every night.
Now, I know this is easier said than done. We all have busy lives, and sometimes sleep can feel like the easiest thing to sacrifice. But here's the thing. When we prioritize sleep, we're not just investing in our physical health. We're investing in our mental well-being.
We're giving our brains the time and space they need to recharge, to consolidate memories, and to prepare for the day ahead. So, tonight, I challenge you to make a conscious effort to prioritize your sleep. Turn off the screens, dim the lights, create a relaxing bedtime routine, and allow yourself to drift off into dreamland. Your mind, body, and soul will thank you for it.
And there you have it, folks. 7 keys to unlocking a happier mind. 7 simple yet powerful habits that can make a world of difference in your overall well-being.
From standing tall with confidence to embracing the healing power of nature, from the joy of movement to the importance of prioritizing rest, these keys are all about taking small, intentional steps towards a happier, healthier you. Remember, taking care of your mental health is just as important as taking care of your physical health.
It's about nurturing your mind, body, and soul, and creating a life that feels good from the inside out. So, start incorporating these keys into your daily life, one by one. Experiment, see what works for you, and most importantly, be patient with yourself.
It's a journey, not a race, and every step you take towards prioritizing your well-being is a step in the right direction. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more optimal Odyssey Fusion videos, and as always, thanks for watching.